Hey, welcome back to Death Noob TV, guys. Finally, I can give you my review of Black Ops 4 Blackout Mode. Let's see, guys. I've been so busy, man, but I did actually win a game, and it's showing in the background, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and can see, your boy actually get a win in the Blackout Mode, man. Actually, whenever I was playing the game, man, a lot of times I came close. I was either like, number 4, number 3, or number 2. But I did actually get a win, so I hope you guys enjoyed it in the background. But I wanted to give you guys my honest opinion of the mode, and I will say this, guys, just comparing it to, say, Fortnite or PUBG. I played PUBG just a little bit, man. I maybe have like one day of playing PUBG, but I honestly think that the Blackout mode of it is actually an updated version of PUBG, guys. I've played PUBG, I've seen the graphics and everything and how it plays, and I honestly think that this game is a lot better. As far as Fortnite goes, though, I don't know if you can necessarily compare this a lot with Fortnite. To me, they almost seem like two different games. Fortnite is in like a third-person view. The Black Ops version of it is in first-person view. Also, man, you have to build in Fortnite. As you guys know, there's no building in Blackout, and that's one of the things I really love about Blackout. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't put in, a whole lot of time playing Fortnite, over the past few months or whenever, man. But guys, I honestly think that this game is better. I think it's better than both, honestly. But just getting past that, guys, the graphics, I'll tell you about the graphics, man. So the graphics, I know everybody's been talking about how the characters look, and I did a video a little while back giving you my thoughts whenever I was playing a multiplayer, and I think the graphics are pretty crisp. I still stand behind that. I know the graphics look a lot like, I guess if you guys have played any of the more recent Street Fighters, not the old Street Fighter like Street Fighter 2, but the more recent Street Fighters, man, the characters have more of an animated look and it's not as real. I really wish that Treyarch and Activision would have went down the road of making the game look more real, like Battlefield. Because I mean, guys, if you've seen the trailers for Battlefield or played the beta for Battlefield, oh my gosh, like the graphics, man, they look so real and they're so crisp. And I honestly wish that Call of Duty would go that route instead of the route that it went to, and it went to more of this kind of animated, kind of Street Fighter cartoony look. The graphics are still nice. Like right now, when you're looking at the screen, all you can see is your gun anyway. I mean, that looks very COD. If you look at any COD in the past, the buildings, the trees, everything in the background looks very COD, what we're used to. And I really wish that they would update. I would expect this from an older Xbox One game or PlayStation 4 game. Now we've got the Xbox One X that can handle a little bit more. We got the PlayStation Pro that can. And like I said, guys, you've seen Battlefield. You've seen how the graphics can actually look on a first-person shooter, man. So I really wish that Call of Duty, man, step your game up, guys, with the next Call of Duty. If you're gonna drastically change anything, and we know every year, guys, with every Call of Duty, it drastically changes because they have 3 different production companies. So it's understandable that the game changes. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, guys. I don't necessarily like that there's 3. I wish there was still only 2 or maybe even just 1 major studio that made Call of Duty. So then you wouldn't totally have, a totally different game every year. Just think about it. Think about like Apple or Samsung, like with their phones. If you think about their phones, man, they don't go out and drastically change the way the iPhone looks every year. No, they make small, minuscule, minute changes to their phones every year, and it's more around functionality, not really around the look of the phone or anything like that, man. And I really wish that Call of Duty would kind of take that upon themselves to say, hey, we're gonna try to keep the games really close to each other, even though different studios are doing them, just so it doesn't seem like a totally different game. Because, man, we got hit with a lot of new stuff this year. We got hit with, not actually having a campaign mode this year, which is a first for any Call of Duty, not having that epic campaign. So that was a letdown for a lot of players, me in particular. Your boy, I really love playing through the campaign. I usually play through the campaign first before I ever jump on a multiplayer or any other mode, any zombies or anything that's on the game. I always play through the campaign. The guys are like, man, when are you gonna get on the game? When are you gonna get on the game? And I'm like, dude, I'm on the game. I've been on the game for the past couple of days. I just been playing the campaign because that's what I like to do. And a lot of people are like that. And I really wish that they would have kept the campaign in there. But each specialist has their own little mini story. So I think that's gonna kind of take the place of the campaign. I hear that they're pretty good. Nobody's seen or really, I guess nobody's really tried to go down and track down any information on these backstories. But from what I've heard, they are kind of cool. So I'm hoping that that's true, and I'm hoping those are pretty epic and can keep, can kind of keep you busy and say, oh, okay, well, this kept me entertained for an hour or so on each character. If you have 12 or 15 different specialists, maybe you can get 12 or 15 hours out of kind of like a single player or campaign type mode. But we'll see, man. Let's talk connections next. I know I've heard guys say that the connections for the multiplayer were crisp, and the connections that were in the Blackout mode weren't as good, guys. Whenever I was playing the Blackout mode, I didn't have any connection issues that I could really see. It was maybe one day that I was playing, and maybe like one game. I wouldn't even say one day. I would say like one game that I played of the Blackout mode, I actually saw where it lagged, where it was like a clear lag. But other than that, man, I honestly thought that the hit markers and everything else was on point like it was whenever I played the multiplayer. So I don't know, guys. I think the connections were spot on. I didn't necessarily see any lag, and that's kind of phenomenal for, a Call of Duty not to have any lag, or the hit markers be off, or any kind of issues you would see with a connection issue. And I don't know if it's, I'm in the same spot I've been in. So whenever I played the multiplayer, whenever I played the Blackout mode, I was still at my house, still with that fiber optic connection that I have. So I don't know, guys, about that piece, but I honestly think that it just really depends on where you are and where you're located, because guys, a connection is always something that has to do with a few factors, and those factors are your location from the hub, the speed of internet that you have, how many people are in your neighborhood. Say you're staying in an apartment complex and you got a whole bunch of people in this one area that all have cable, then your connections are probably going to be kind of crazy. But if you're staying in a neighborhood like I am, and you've got like fiber optics, and maybe most of the people around you might not have it, or they might have cable, or a mixture of DSL or whatever, my connection has always been pretty great recently since we moved into this house. So I don't know what to tell you on that, but I think the connections were great. Let's talk about the game modes. So they had a game mode that came out during the course of the beta. So they had a mode that kind of sped up. Basically, they took out the sniper rifles and the long range weapons, and they kept it where I think it was just like assault weapons and maybe like shotguns or whatever. And the actual storm collapsed a lot faster. Dude, I loved those game modes. I think there were 2 different game modes that they had that were like that. It was like chaos or something like that. Dude, I love that, because I hate that you could be sitting somewhere, camping or trying to stay alive or whatever, or you can even not even be camping. You could be running around, taxing people and moving around the map like you probably should be, and then you still get sniped from halfway across the map from somebody. That's one of the pieces that I've never liked about playing any of the Battle Royale games, is the sniping piece of it. So when they had a game mode that took that out and said, hey, you got to get within a certain range to kill somebody, dude, I was loving it. And the fact that the storm collapsed a whole lot faster really made it fast paced. And this is Call of Duty, guys. It's supposed to be fast paced. That's what Call of Duty players are used to. That's what the COD community is used to, guys. We're used to that fast paced gameplay, and having that mode where the storm collapsed a lot faster and you have to use like SMGs and assault rifles to kill somebody with, dude, I was loving it. I played the heck out of it, dude. So I hope that makes it back to the regular game. I think it will, because I'm pretty sure they probably got a lot of good feedback on those game modes, man. So as far as the game modes that were in the Blackout mode, I think that was one of the best. I don't know, guys. I guess final thoughts. So my final thoughts on the game are this: will this game be able to keep the community captivated, and how long they're gonna be able to do that? I think that the battle royale piece was good. I think it was an awesome idea, even though I know a lot of guys don't like the battle royale piece to the game, and I understand why. I'm not a guy that'll probably get out and put a lot of time into the battle royale piece because I'm more of a solo player myself. And it is, I will say this, playing a battle royale mode is a lot more fun when you're playing with your boys, man. Honestly, when you're playing duos or you're playing quads, it's a lot more fun. But everybody's got to be on the same page as well too, or you're gonna have guys screaming at you like, what are you doing, why are you on the other side of the map, and this and that. So me being more of a lone wolf, I don't know, man. I don't think I'll play it that much, because to me the battle royale piece, for a lone wolf player like myself, the battle royale mode is a lot like playing just a huge slower version of free-for-all. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So I kind of look at it like, hey, if I'm gonna play free-for-all, man, I might as well just play regular free-for-all that's, you know, that's in the multiplayer, guys, because it's a lot more fun. You'll actually have kill streaks, you'll be able to respawn, and that's the only other thing about playing battle royale modes, man. Just think about when you've been playing for, you know, 10 minutes or however long the match may take, 10-15 minutes, and then you get down and you're like the last person, or you're down to the last, 4 or 5 people, and then you get sniped from across the map, or you get jumped and you're shooting at one guy and then somebody comes up in behind you and kills you real quick, and it's just kind of like, really? I just did all that work and now I have to start all the way back up with another match. But it's fun. I did keep coming back, and I didn't lose much interest in, trying to come back and grind down to get to that #1 spot. But after playing for a few hours, it's kind of like, okay, I played, I got a win, I'm good for now, but I really would like to get back to just some regular size map where I can get a bunch of kills real quick, where I can use some kill streaks and have some fun and just beast on some noobs. So I don't know how much of the battle royale mode I'll play over the time, guys, but I will be playing it. I will drop some videos, man, and hopefully I can get some more W's out of it. But I think I'm gonna stick more to the multiplayer. That's what I do. That's another thing as to why I was disappointed in the campaign, because I like to play the campaign. I like to come back at different intervals during the cycle of when a game is out, and maybe after 6 months, maybe after a year, come back to the campaign and see. When I first played the campaign, it was hard, or this and this, and seeing how fast I can run through the campaign and what level I can put it on, after I've gathered my skills from playing multiplayer for months. The campaigns get a whole lot easier after you put in time on the multiplayer as well. So I don't know, it's kind of crazy, man, but that's just something that I like doing. I know some other people that like doing it too, man. But I guess in closing, guys, my overall thoughts of it is I would probably rate the Blackout mode, I'd probably give it about, I would say maybe like an 8 out of 10. As far as battle royales go, from what I've played so far, just out of the 3 games, this I would put Black Ops at the top. Just with Fortnite, I didn't like the building, and with PUBG, I think this is just a lot better version and a more updated version of PUBG. Better graphics, and everything else. So I play this over PUBG any day. I play this over Fortnite any day. But if I have the itching to go out and build something and dance and act crazy, I might go back and play a bit of Fortnite. Man, that's just my thoughts, guys. Hate it or love it, man, leave me a comment down in the comment section. Hit that like button for your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. I'm really trying to hit that 100 subs over the next month or so. So I really appreciate it, guys. Be blessed. Have a good week, and I'll catch you on the next one.